Will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. To throw, it's Fields. Got a man, it's Cox. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong, only called on twice in the victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
The Canes will send out the punt unit. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Right on the money. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Stanford to the line on third and long. Wants to throw again. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On the move at the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Here we go. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Off play action on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he's knocked down. A really smart pull and run by that quarterback.
Wherever your eyes are supposed to be for you to do the read option, put your eyes there. If he comes aggressively, boom, I pull that football, I run down the field and make big plays. So it's as simple as that. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's that simple. Put your eyes where they belong.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Fields. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Cox. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Hunt is on its way.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. You're not making a miss. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Turning it on. Gets it up to the 26-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and that paid off. And the Hurricanes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The play action fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Back open in the middle. Gets away from one, finds room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They just keep firing. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Looking for a man. It's Fields. Fires to the big fella. Finding open areas. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Connection to the right. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Under fire. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Cox. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Caught behind the line. It's Cox. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. The Canes can really attack on this second and short. Got his man quickly. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly on the move. Intercepted for the 11th time.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To the air, it's Fields. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. Smashes ahead. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Lets it fly. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Canes are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
To the air on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Ripping through the defense. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking to throw, it's Fields. Got him downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Snagged in the middle, it's Black. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Using the quick game. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up, because right now he's not playing well. And at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Cox. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
When these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground. Inside the 35. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. And the Canes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. We got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, they've taken the lead, and now the stage is set for the end of this one. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. Looking to pass, it's Fields. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's King. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Cardinal come to the line facing 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Right down the boulevard. Under 60 seconds to go, and we are all tied. tied up.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Canes. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Fields. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's caught. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. Got to find a completion on this one. Fires to the big fella. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese.